Welcome back, everybody. In this episode, we're in the beautiful D'Angela National Park doing a quick day trip. We're up here on a holiday and a few people recommended this place. We've been out here all day and it is fantastic. It's not too gnarly, so if you're new to four-wheel driving, you can come out and do a bit of an explore. And there's a whole heap of tracks that shoot off to the side that will test you out, I'm sure, if you dare to go down there. This is an introduction to the subtropical rainforest areas you find all the way up through the Sunshine Coast Hinterland, and it's less than an hour away from Brisbane. If you're on the north side, we got out here in 45 minutes. Come along and we'll show you what it's all about. So our trip starts at the Gantry Day area, which is pretty much the start of the D'Angela National Park and all the little trips and treks that you can do around here. So we're heading to the Broadwater. There's a little creek crossing, a little swimming area that you can go into, and there's a lot of other little stops that you can do either on the way there or on the way back. We'll go down for a spot of lunch and then have a look at a few lookouts and some falls on the return trip back to the Gantry right here. Now the shade structure here at the Gantry is really quite interesting. It's a remnants from a steam-powered sawmill that operated on the site from the 1930s right up until 1981. It's a ginormous structure that projects out into the rainforest and provides some really brilliant frame views. Something you want to check out if you go to visit the national park. And even though it was quite busy in the car park while we were here, there's heaps of room to spread out. A lot of people explore both the Pick-a-Bean Walk and the Somerset Trail, both which start and end at the picnic area. But it's time to get back out onto the road, so we head towards Archer Campground, which is roughly 16 kilometres from the Gantry via Lovedays Road, and it goes through some beautiful tropical rainforest. You can opt to come back via Rocky Hole, which is a beautiful swimming area, a number of lookouts and walking trails, which we'll show you on the way back. But first we merge off onto the northern end of the Western Escarpment Forest Drive. This is the yellow trail on the map, and it loops back around to the Gantry via a much drier forest drive. There's some really nice views, including Somerset Lookout. And while this remains as a forest trail, it's a little bit more interesting from a forward driving point of view in that there's some washouts and puddles and you can have a little bit of fun, but it's certainly not that hard at all. Now we're on the Western Trail at the moment, just come down a bit of a steep hill, and we've just discovered Somerset Lookout. Come down here and check it out. Just down there is Lake Wovenhoe, and check out this valley view. I was hoping someone gave you a lift up the hill. This group came up behind us, and thumbs has to go up to these two young guys that did it in the two-wheel drive ute. Well done, boys, that looks like a lot of fun. So we just went down the Western Escarpment Forestry Drive. What a cool little track. It just does a full loop around from the Gantry and back again, and it was actually quite good fun. There was a few little ups and downs, and I actually thought that was pretty cool. If you're a beginner, it's fine to go down, and if you want to have a little bit of fun, it's also a really cool drive. So we're going to head down to the Broadwater now, see what it's like along the creek crossing. Kids might have a little bit of a swim, we'll have a spot of lunch, and then we'll head back around the top side where there's a lot of lookouts and potentially some falls as well. We're just heading down to Broadwater, and the views through here are absolutely fantastic. The road's like a real rough gravel, but it's not running out or anything like that. You just sort of glide over the top. and we've just turned up to the Broadwater picnic area. This road here leads down to a little creek crossing, which we'll go and check out later, but for now, we need to give the kids a feed. And just down this path, there's a nice little creek, so we're going to go and check that out right now. So in the photos you see of Broadwater, it looks like you can probably swim in here. We've had lots of rain over the last few weeks, and I probably wouldn't personally swim in this sort of area. But the little rapid up here is going pretty good, so it might be better just on the other side. Yeah, probably not. But there's Archer's Campground just around the corner. We're going to go across that little creek crossing and check it out. And this is Archer's Campground. It wraps around and there's all these little camping spots, which is pretty nice down along the creek. When it's not flooded like it is at the moment, this will be a brilliant place just to chill out, relax. The kids can have a little bit of a dip and you can cool off during summer. So we're just going to go and check out a few of the lookouts on our way back to the Gantry, and then we'll head home. Returning back from the Archer Campground and Broadwater, you turn left onto the Traverse. If you're doing the Mount D Forest Drive loop across the Rocky Hole, merge to the right. That will take you across the Traverse as we're doing here, and down the Eastern Return loop back to the Gantry. Don't go into the U-turn bay, but check out this cool van. That's awesome.
Think it's that way.
Just go over that little creek crossing, up the hill, and you're at Rocky Hole. So we'll go and check that out. Tell you what, it's a popular little place, so I'm guessing the view's not too bad. Ah, Rocky Hole's a swimming hole, that makes sense. We'll go and dip our toes in, see how chilly it is, and then we'll keep on trekking. What do you think, Michelle?
It's an awesome little place.
So now we're going to quickly duck down to Falls Lookout and Falls and check that out. And this is just one little snippet as we head down to the falls. It's just beautiful. We're just heading down to the Falls Lookout. The track's a little bit overgrown and muddy, but I'm sure the view will be well worth it. Rightio guys, what do you think about the trip?
Good.
Fun! It was really fun!
It's
I
great.
loved
It's
it.
bumpy.
It had great scenery.
Rocky.
It was certainly bumpy, but I'll tell you what, that view is worth it.
It is. Yes.
And under 100 metres down from the last lookout, we found the falls. Let's go and check them out. And unfortunately, it's time to head home. If you haven't been up to explore this beautiful part of the world, I think you should put it on your list. It's definitely worth doing. It's a great family trip. It's less than an hour from Brisbane, and you're out here in the beautiful rainforest that is so close to the city, it's not funny. From here, you can travel up through to the Glasshouse Mountains and the Sunshine Coast Hinterland, and across to the coast where you've got Hervey Bay, Fraser Island, Bribie Island, where we were supposed to be yesterday, but we got rained out, and all the other awesome areas down the coast. So there's many places you can explore. It's worthwhile getting up here. It's one of my favourite parts of the world, and we'll definitely be back to do a few more trips. If you enjoyed this, please like the video. Put a few comments below about what you think about this beautiful area that you've got just outside of Brisbane. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We've got a whole pile of content coming up, a lot of trips away now that we can get out and about again, and of course, many DIY projects. Anyway, thanks for watching. As I always say, get out there, stay safe, and have fun. We'll catch you next time.